Imagine being invited into a musical legacy so vast, so cherished, and so sacred that millions of fans have followed it religiously for over half a century. Now, imagine being the outsider, the new face, stepping onto that historic stage, filling the shoes of legends, and earning the trust of an audience that doesn't easily accept change. That's exactly the journey John Mayer found himself on when he joined the Grateful Dead family. And now, on the 60th anniversary of the iconic band, Mayer has opened up with heartfelt gratitude, reflection, and humility. His emotional tribute has resonated deeply with fans of all generations, from lifelong Deadheads to those just discovering the magic. On the occasion of the Grateful Dead's monumental 60th anniversary, John Mayer took a moment to reflect on what has become one of the most transformative chapters of his career: his role in Dead & Company, the band that has kept the spirit of the Grateful Dead alive for a new era of fans. Through a touching and sincere message, Mayer thanked the band's loyal community for embracing him, a relative outsider, and allowing him to be part of something far bigger than himself. John Mayer's involvement with the Grateful Dead began in 2015 when he joined forces with founding members Bob Weir, Mickey Hart, and Bill Kreutzmann to form Dead & Company. At the time, many fans were skeptical. Mayer was known primarily for his pop-rock hits like Gravity, Daughters, and Your Body is a Wonderland, a far cry from the improvisational, psychedelic journeys that defined the Dead's music. But Mayer wasn't just a celebrity musician stepping into a legendary band's world, he was a true fan. In interviews over the years, Mayer has often spoken about how he discovered the Grateful Dead relatively late in life. It was a YouTube rabbit hole that first pulled him in, specifically a performance of Althea, that opened his eyes to the band's layered complexity and emotional depth. That one song changed everything. Mayer became obsessed, diving deep into the band's catalog, reading books, studying live performances, and learning not just the notes, but the philosophy and culture of the Dead. So when he eventually joined Dead & Company, Mayer didn't approach it as a replacement for the late Jerry Garcia. He approached it as a student, as a steward, and as someone honored to help carry the torch. That reverence became clear not only in his playing, which gradually earned respect even from the most hardline traditionalists, but in how he spoke about the experience. Now, as the Grateful Dead marks its 60th anniversary, a staggering milestone by any measure, Mayer is filled with gratitude. In a public statement shared on his social platforms, he wrote, "Thank you for accepting me. Thank you for letting me learn and grow inside this incredible world. Thank you for not turning away when you very well could have. Thank you for giving me a place in the band and in your hearts." His message wasn't just directed at his fellow bandmates, it was clearly intended for the fans, too. And it struck a chord. Many longtime Deadheads, once skeptical of Mayer's involvement, now praise his authenticity and passion. Over the past decade, Mayer has proven time and time again that he's not trying to imitate Jerry Garcia. Instead, he's channeling his own spirit into the music, while honoring the legacy of the man who came before him. The journey hasn't been without its challenges. Mayer has admitted that stepping into such a revered space came with immense pressure. There were times he wondered if he was truly worthy, or if the fans would ever fully embrace him. But what's unfolded over the years has been nothing short of magical. With Dead & Company, Mayer has helped bring the Grateful Dead's music to a new generation, introducing younger audiences to the joy of extended jams, cosmic storytelling, and communal spirit. The final tour of Dead & Company, which wrapped up in 2023, felt like the closing of a chapter, but not an ending. It was a celebration of everything the band had built, with Mayer front and center, not as a guest star, but as a core member of the family. Night after night, the band performed to sold-out crowds, weaving together decades of history with fresh interpretations. The bond between Mayer and his bandmates, especially Bob Weir, grew deeper and more profound with each show. One of the most emotional moments of that final tour came during the last concert at Oracle Park in San Francisco. As the final notes of Not Fade Away echoed through the air, the crowd responded with thunderous applause, many holding up signs that read, "Thank you, John." For Mayer, that was the full circle moment, the affirmation that he had not only filled the role, but truly become part of the tribe. Looking back on the past decade, Mayer says the experience has changed him both musically and personally. In a world often defined by ego and competition, the Grateful Dead's ethos, one of community, improvisation, and surrendering to the moment, offered a different way of living. Mayer embraced it fully. He's spoken often about how playing with Dead & Company taught him to let go, to trust, and to tap into something bigger than individual performance. This spiritual shift is evident in his own solo music, too. Since joining Dead and Company, Myers' songwriting has taken on a more introspective, philosophical tone. His 2021 album Sob Rock explored themes of vulnerability, nostalgia, and self-discovery, a clear evolution from his earlier pop-focused hits. But more than anything, Myers' involvement with the Grateful Dead has reshaped how the world sees him. Once pigeonholed as a pop heartthrob or tabloid regular, Mayer has emerged as a respected musician's musician, someone with the chops, humility, and heart to walk among legends and hold his own. As the Grateful Dead celebrates its 60th anniversary, the legacy of the band feels more alive than ever. Though Jerry Garcia is no longer here physically, his spirit continues to guide the music, and John Mayer, in his own way, has become one of its most devoted interpreters. His gratitude, so openly shared, is a reminder of what this music has always stood for: connection, acceptance, and the shared human journey. In his closing thoughts, Mayer wrote, "The Grateful Dead isn't a band. It's a universe. And I'm forever grateful that I got to fly among the stars with you all." As fans look ahead to whatever comes next, whether it's archival releases, new collaborations, or unexpected reunions, one thing is certain: John Myers' place in Dead history is not just secure, it's earned. Through his passion, talent, and genuine respect, he's become a bridge between past and future, bringing new light to a legacy that continues to shine, 6 decades on.